I might be beating a dead horse with this one, but Senator John Fetterman really needs to gain some self-awareness. We're going to cover why here today on Speechless. Cut for time. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Speechless Cut for Time. I'm your host, Kev Phares, 22-year-old conservative college student out of Central Illinois, host of Speechless on Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington Normal. But not everything that I want to cover can fit into my 2 hours on Sundays, which you can tune in live to on my channel. So I got to bring some of it here to YouTube as well in my Cut for Time segments, which I love to do. And today's story is just quite hilarious, and you're going to love it, everybody. But before we get to it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, almost to 1,000. Would love if you would. Subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell to all, comment what you think. It's the only way that we're going to be able to have a true conversation if we all get in on it. So comment what you think and share this video with your friends. And speaking of bringing more people into the conversation, I got my good friend Cat Peterson in studio for this video. Cat, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Well, Cat Peterson is a phenomenal show host as well here at Cities 92.9, and you can go check out her YouTube channel, Cat Peterson 929 on YouTube. Subscribe to her channel. Do everything that I always say to do for mine. Go do it for her as well. Cat Peterson 929 is great. But we're here today to talk about Senator John Fetterman, the man, the myth, the legend, who obviously suffered the stroke on the campaign trail, has significant cognitive decline that he's shown consistently in his speeches to Congress. Many people have conspiracy theories that he actually has a body double that oftentimes works for him in Congress. I'm not going to confirm or deny my belief on that. I'm just going to say that some people have that belief.
And more recently, he was devastated by a pedophile dying and tweeted that out on X.
Oh, of course he was.
He was just completely devastated that, what's his name? Josh Krugler, whatever. He was a far left activist, and it came out that he actually was sexually involved with an 18-year-old kid.
Oh, of course.
Or, well, 19. And then, but before he was 19, he had a relationship with him until when he was 15. So the relationship started when he was 15, and he's like 30, 39, 40, near 40. This Josh guy, and he died at the hands of the 19-year-old kid eventually because the kid shot him.
Yeah,
right.
Probably because he was groomed and realized that. Yeah.
But John Fetterman, more recently, pro-pedophile, everyone.
Pro-pedophile. Pro-pedophile. Well,
but aren't they all?
The craziest. So that's a crazy story in and of itself that I didn't even know all about. But one of the craziest things is John Fetterman, and even with that story, just needs to gain some self-awareness because the statements he makes are just fascinating. And I think this one probably takes the cake. Senator John Fetterman, the Democrat from Pennsylvania, set social media alight Wednesday night after telling CBS's Stephen Colbert that Americans aren't electing the best people. And let's take a look and a listen at this clip right here of Fetterman and exactly what he said on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Oh gosh, look at that double chin.
And the like six head too.
How'd you get so fat?
And he's wearing, everybody, just so you know, I think you might see the full thing, but he's got his trademark hoodie on and his athletic shorts for the lack of an athletic man. But let's take a listen to what he just had to say on Stephen Colbert.
You all should need to know that America is not sending their best and brightest, to Washington, D.C.
I
agree. Yes. Like sometimes you literally just can't believe, these people are making the decisions that are, determining the government here. It's actually scary.
I 100% agree. Let's listen to what he said at the beginning one more time for everybody out there.
You all should need to know that America is not sending their best and brightest, to Washington, D.C.
You hear those laughs in the background? I think the funniest thing is, because you can kind of look at his face after the laugh start.
Yes.
He's like, oh man, they like me. They like me. No, they're laughing at you, John. They're laughing at you because you don't even realize what you really just said.
Do you think he's trolling?
Maybe.
I think he's trolling. I don't know. Maybe that's what he's doing here.
Maybe he's
not
just
sending their best and brightest because he obviously knows that people think that he's like literally.
Well, by definition, he is slow.
Yeah, retarded.
I mean, he is slow. So that's the thing. And because of his stroke, which again, I have the utmost sympathy for that. But I've laid out on my show multiple times. There have been many people sitting in office that at one point had a serious health condition, many that have had strokes, but they take time off of the job and they go through recovery and then come back.
Yeah.
And they took serious time off for recovery. Fetterman did not do that. And whether he's pushed into that by his family or he makes that decision on his own,
Giselle.
It's absolutely, it's irresponsible. And you want to talk about not being the best and brightest. You're right there, John. You're right there. You need to have some level of self-awareness, and just wait until John Fetterman hears about John Fetterman.
Yeah.
Because then he's really going to
know. I think he might actually be trolling. So this might be like a Stephen Colbert, and like they like to be sarcastic, and they like to make fun of the right and troll the right, and they're like, yeah, they don't send their best and brightest, and like he's like that they say that about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that that's what John Fetterman was doing. He had to have been, because nobody is that like.
Could you lack that much self-awareness? Because the way I hear it out of his voice when he says it is as if, oh man, like as if he's like talking to Matt Gaetz. Like that's what I feel like he's talking about, like the debacle that's kind of going in the House right now, trying to find a new speaker. And obviously that's being sold by the Democrats significantly as if it's dysfunction among the Republican Party. That's what I feel like he's trying to insinuate, but he very well could just be trolling everybody, saying, look, you guys elected me of all people.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. I don't know. I thought that maybe he was trolling.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's just so sad.
It is.
It's so sad. But like, I make fun of John Fetterman. The reason why you have to make fun of these people is because if you continue to let this crazy just run rampant, then we're going to find ourselves like so far gone. You have to call this lunacy out for what it is. And, I feel bad for him, but at the same time, he also knowingly, I don't know if he knew he was a pedophile, but come on.
Yeah.
Right. Like, Josh Kruger or whatever his name was, the far leftist, and he got out there and he goes, I'm just so devastated by his death, and he has yet to condemn what Josh Kruger has been accused of doing. This guy is a terrible human being. He doesn't condemn it. I mean, whoever's running his social media account should condemn it.
No, they absolutely should. I just think the biggest thing about this whole John Fetterman thing for me is I just find it fascinating that he continues to go viral for literally being one of the dumbest people, or at least coming off as one of the dumbest people in Congress. And yet he's the one to come out and say, we're not sending our best and brightest to Washington, D.C. Who knows exactly what specific purpose he had for it, but I will also be amazed that I actually agree with John Fetterman for once. I actually agree with John Fetterman for once. What do you guys think? Everybody, don't forget to check out Kat Peterson's show, Kat Peterson 929 on YouTube. Go check her out, everybody. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, please, almost to 1,000. Comment what you think. Who do you believe are not the best and brightest in Washington, D.C.? Is Fetterman one of them? Maybe somebody, we could start a GoFundMe so he can get a mirror. We can start that in the comments, everybody. Yes. Don't forget to share this with your friends as well. And everybody, I'll see you on Sunday. God bless you. God bless America. Until next time, you've been watching Speechless. Got for time.